What is happening, my friends? Welcome back. Let's talk Israel Adesanya versus Dricus Du Plessis. This one is official, going down UFC 305. Let's get into it. All right, so these two are supposed to clash a bit back. They have a history. There is a beef. There is heat, which always makes for a great fight. Well, I shouldn't say always. Usually. Very contrasting styles. Dricus Du Plessis is a pretty muscled middleweight power puncher. You can say technical brawler, does have some effective grappling and ground and pound, tough as nails, very, very formidable fighter. Some of his recent wins tell that story and the fact that he's the champ right now. Enough said. Israel Adesanya, one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the sport. Smooth, extremely technical. Once he gets into a flow in the zone, he's deadly. I would say Adesanya has good takedown offense. We did see Jan Blachowicz take him down and control him, but there was a big size difference there. Adesanya at this point is an experienced, seasoned mixed martial artist, having fought a plethora of opponents of various skill sets and sizes. So how could this fight play out? Some would think that this is a cut and dry matchup where Dricus Du Plessis has to take Adesanya down to be effective. I disagree with that. We've seen Dricus Du Plessis bulldoze people. He may not have the most fluid and beautiful style, but damn is he effective. That guy's a bruiser. He comes forward, puts the pressure on you. There is the threat of the takedown. He's a physically imposing middleweight. The intimidation factors there definitely plays into an opponent's head. And when he throws shots, throws strikes, he throws with very ill intent. So he may miss 5, the 6th one puts your lights out or hurts you really badly. And he's not afraid to trade in the pocket or get hit. So I think even if this fight stays standing, Dricus is always going to be in the fight. I don't think it's a given that Adesanya outclasses him standing. Takedowns change things. When the threat is there, it definitely affects a striker's game. I think Dricus has more ways to win this fight as far as like finishing. He can knock Adesanya out or he could submit him. Izzy, I could see winning a decision by being smart, staying on the outside, picking his shots against Dricus, not getting caught with power shots, not getting cornered, circling, avoiding the takedown, which might be challenging because I feel like Dricus is so physical and he's so strong that if he grabs Izzy, I think there is a chance that he could get him down. And once he gets Adesanya on the mat, what is that going to look like? Izzy may surprise us. He may stuff those takedowns, but I think his best bet for takedown defense is going to be his footwork and not allowing Dricus to close the distance. Izzy should utilize those quick low kicks. He's very tricky with his kicks. Also goes high with them. Question mark kicks, high kicks. He has to switch stances, move his feet, keep the fight in the center, but maintain distance and be very mindful of Dricus's power throughout the whole fight. Izzy basically has to fight the perfect fight to win because Dricus just has to catch you clean and he's going to really hurt you or get you out of there. And boy, he could take some damage. He also showed that he has cardio. This is certainly not an easy fight for Israel Adesanya. But in some respects, if he fights perfectly, it's not an easy fight for Dricus either. I think Adesanya has it in him to put a whooping on Dricus on the feet, but he has to do all the right things. That's going to be a tall task for 5 rounds. At some point, he is going to get hit. Good thing he has a chin himself. I know Adesanya wants to come back with a vengeance, show that he still has it. Dricus wants to prove that he's the better fighter. Like I said, these guys have a beef, they have a history. So ultimately, who do I think is going to win this matchup? It's a tough one to pick for me. On one hand, I can see Dricus winning, and I can see him finishing Adesanya, whether it be standing KO, TKO, getting a TKO on the ground from ground and pound, or submission. Like I touched on earlier, I do think Dricus has more ways to win. So on one hand, I see that. On the other hand, I can see Adesanya coming back to form, having a performance like he had against Brunson, like he had against Costa. And if that Izzy shows up, Dricus is going to have his hands full. So I can see Izzy winning a dominant decision, and it's not out of the realm of possibility that he stops Dricus Du Plessis. It's a really, really tough fight for me to pick. I'm going to have to go with gut and instinct because it's so close, many variables. Right now I'm thinking Dricus by decision. Who knows if I change my mind tomorrow, but when I think about this matchup, with Dricus's options, his skill set, what he brings to the table, the pressure, his size, his physicality, his strength. As much as I like Adesanya as a fighter, and I think the guy's like poetry in motion in the cage, I'm going to go 55-45 Dricus. If he corners Izzy and gets his hands on him, Adesanya's going to have a long night, because I don't necessarily see him getting up off the mat. He's going to take damage on the floor, and he might get tapped out, sticking his neck out there trying to get back up. Dricus is tricky with those chokes. Darce choke might be available. He's just a physically imposing dude and super strong. And his mindset is there. He's on a mission to further prove that he's the best. He's hungry, has high goals in the sport. Yeah, going Dricus 55-45. But guys, let me know in the comment section who you think takes this fight. Are you excited for this matchup? Can't wait to read your thoughts. Thanks for listening or watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, my friends, take care.